So we're gonna go ahead and start the 57. Move forward and bring the Porsche in so you guys can see the Porsche today in the channel. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. Haven't started it up in actually a couple weeks. And if I can get my finger in this thing to start it up. Alright. Give it a couple pumps because it's been a couple weeks. Having trouble with this, guys. And the battery is dead. Great. Well, we're not gonna push this thing up, but we're gonna have to charge the battery, maybe change the battery because it's not starting. Now, we are paint stripping the car. I need to do all this. My dad is gonna come and take off all this molding so I can just finish stripping this. Finish stripping the back. This side is completely done now. As you can see, everything, we have to do some metal work right here. But yeah, we have just purchased this Porsche Macan S for sport. Now, this car is beyond clean, guys. Now, I've been looking to get this car for about a month and a half already, but I wanted to get a good price on this car. My budget was $15,000 to buy this car. I went a little bit above budget, but I was very, very close for the budget. Now, check out this interior. Has the Alcantara seats for this Porsche. It has the leather on the side with the Alcantara seats. Now look at how clean this car is. Now, I did get this car washed, but just how you see it inside is how I bought the car. Look at how clean everything is. The Alcantara seats, back. Now, one thing I love about this, it has a lot of space in this car. A lot of trunk space. So much trunk space, which I love with the car. Now, when you first come into this Porsche, you're greeted by the logo Macan S. Look at how many miles this Porsche has. 87,800. Now, when I purchased this car, it had 85,500 about. I did put over 1,000 miles on this car just to make sure everything was running correctly. There was no check engine light. Driving it back and forth. Now let's start this car up and see everything. Now, this car does have the Sport Plus and the Sport for her. Now, this is how you put the air conditioning up and down. Now, hear her roar. Listen to that engine and those muffler sounds. What a clean and crisp sound for this Porsche Macan. Look at the rims. Beautiful sporty rims. Has a sport package with the rims. I love these rims compared to the other big bulk rims that come with these Porsches. Gives it more of a unique design. As you can see, they kept this car very well kept. And I fell in love with this car, to be honest. Check this thing out. Now, you can see the ride height right now on the Porsche. And check this out. It has this unique feature where you hit this button and it says low level selected, and it's supposed to drop the car a little bit. And yeah, brings the car down a little bit, so when you're driving up the hills and on curves, you have more traction for her. What a beautiful white with this Porsche. So let's go taking the Porsche on a drive, and so you guys can see all these features. Right now I'm just on regular drive mode. You guys can hear the winding and the engine sound. Go ahead and make a right. Man, such a beautiful day in Southern California, driving the Porsche. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this on sport mode. So you're gonna click this button, it'll go straight into sport, as you guys can see. Now all the other buttons light up as well when you click it, so now you can hear it. And now it's revving a lot higher than it was before. You can see how much it's revving right there. Ooh, yes, you can hear that thing just roar. Get off the line. Coming out. I go on to the stop sign. This red light, it says stop sign. Oh my god. Now, as you can see, everything about this car is just amazing. The way it drives, super sporty for an SUV type of car. I love seeing the emblem. It comes with a cute, unique new Porsche design key. So it has that little cute little Porsche key. Now, definitely recommend it. I got this car for a hell of a steal, guys. I went on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, all the sites you could think of, and started reaching out to everybody for this car that had it listed. And my budget was a certain budget, which was $15,000, and I went ahead and asked everybody, and you know, sometimes even lowballed, but until I came across this car, and you know, it took me about a month and a half to finally have somebody reach back out to me and tell me, yeah, we'll go ahead and take that amount. But which it wasn't actually $15,000. The guy actually gave another number that was close to my $15,000 budget. I was like, you know what, that sounds like a great deal. I don't have to go to auction. I don't have to ask my friends that have a dealership to go to auction for me, and I can go check out that car. So what I did was I went to go check out that car, checked out this car, and the car was immaculate. Of course, I still try to lowball them. And if you guys can guess how much I paid for this car, you guys won't believe it. Comment down below and guess how much I actually paid for this car. You guys will not believe how much I paid for this car, and I was amazed on how much I paid for the car. A lot of people I told how much I paid for the car, they were like, wow, you really got this car for that amount of money? And I was, yes. And imagine, this car is actually a clean title car, not a salvage title. So that was even way better on the price I got it for. We're gonna go ahead and stop at the bank real quick. Now, I believe, you know, I purchased this car for myself and also to rent out, because as you guys know, I do rent out my classic cars that I have on my channel for music videos, production, photo shoots, weddings, etc. You're not allowed to drive none of my classics, but I wanted to get this car to test it out on the Turo platform, and also have a nice car that I can drive. We have this, and I also have a brand new Q3 sport model. That's a beautiful car as well. But you you know, now we have 2 little SUVs to be able to drive. Me and my girlfriend, she drives the Q3 a lot. This is more of like my fun toy when I want to go drive it, as long as with the other cars that I have. So I'm thinking about seeing how this will do on Turo. I mean, I wanted to just try it out, see how it went. And you know, I bought this car so not that expensive, where even if I decided to go ahead and sell it today, or even put another 5,000 miles on this car, that I would not lose any value and I would get my money back. And I'm all about getting cars and not losing any money. I like to utilize my money for me, or getting some cars that I know that I'll be able to make some money or walk away with the car with, you know, able to enjoy the car, have fun with the car, and get my money back of what I put into the car, or maybe lose a little bit of money, but not too much. I work too hard, and I know everybody works hard, and I believe in the fact of, you know, trying to spend less, try to get the best deal for the dollar. So when it comes down to a chance when you are able to sell the car, able to utilize the car for so long, you can able to get that money back. I bought, you know, this car. I'm not trying to spend too long. I'm with it. You know, I'm gonna see the trends on how it's going. Once I start seeing it depreciate, I'm gonna go ahead and let it go, because I do have other cars that I use as a daily. This is not going to be a daily. This is being more of a personal car, or to rent out. Still thinking about renting it out. I'm not 100% sure yet, but if I do decide, definitely come back and check out the channel to see what we think about this car, about renting it, and see how it actually does, and how much it makes a month. It might be good content to also show that how much this can make. I mean, we are at the beginning of August. It is summer. I know rentals for the classics is actually wonderful in the summer for the classics, because everybody wants to be in convertibles. But I don't know how this car will go as far as somebody renting it out. Now, I have this car not too far from Burbank Airport, so I think I can get a lot of rentals that people are coming into Burbank to rent out a car in that area. I know we're not close to ALH&x, but we are in the San Fernando Valley, not too far from Burbank Airport. Now check that out. Look at this, with all the trailers and everything. We're gonna go ahead and get gas on this car. We're pretty much empty, so $82.60 to fill up the Porsche. Gas is getting expensive. Now, on a full tank, the gauge says you get 340 miles. Those miles go by fast. I don't think that is correct, but we'll see. I mean, I reset the odometer right there once I pulled out. Do you guys think that is accurate? It might be sort of accurate, but I never tested it out actually for this car yet. This actually would be a good idea to test out. Go ahead and just drive this car for a little bit, and we'll see everything. I love how everything looks in the car, and how even for 2015 I mean, me sitting in this car, I feel like I'm in a 2024. I mean, the 2024 does have all this digital, but it just feels like a newer car. I guess because it is a Porsche, but it just drives amazing. And I also believe too, just the previous owner just kept this car in a very, very good condition, that nobody, like, I don't think if I would have bought another car with higher mileage or by somebody else, it would feel the same way as this car. Because when I also purchased this car, the guy had receipts dating back from 2017 when he purchased the car. I believe he was the second owner, but I wasn't sure. I didn't ask him. It's my fault. But we can definitely see all those documents on all the repairs he did when he went to Porsche, when he went to his own mechanic to do certain stuff. So that made me a lot more happier buying the car. So also with all those receipts in hand, it made me more confident purchasing the car, and knowing how much I even bought the car for. I was just like, okay, I need to just buy this car, like no questions asked. Because, you know, it just had all the documentations. You don't really see that too often. I bought a lot of cars, and even when I bought my 1965 Impala, it had a lot of documents, which I was super surprised, and that's another reason why I bought that car, and being all original. But I feel like a lot of cars that I went to go, I have bought, if it was nicer cars or, you know, from secondhand, nobody really keeps all of that. But when you go ahead and buy a higher end car, you definitely will love to see that, because it just shows what they did on the car, shows everything. Can never really trust the Carfaxes on the cars, because, you know, if I take this to my own mechanic shop, I'd rather get the receipt showing that they did it, because it's not going to get documented. Usually on Carfax, it'll get documented. If I take this to Porsche, it'll get documented, which is good for Carfax. I mean, Carfax is more good for seeing if there was any car accidents, any damage, or anything that the previous owner didn't tell you about. But as far as maintenance and everything else, it's like I feel like you physically have to go see the car, or get videos of the car, or getting the PPI for the car. Definitely something that I would definitely recommend for everybody to go do when you're purchasing, especially a higher end car, or any car actually. You definitely want to see, even if you're getting a $5,000 car, you definitely want to see if it drives, if it doesn't have any check engine lights. Another thing that I've seen too is, you know, definitely take a scanner, even a cheap $30 scanner, because what I noticed too is, like, when I've had purchased cars in the past, is these guys would go ahead and reset the check engine light, and you know, with check engine lights, sometimes they don't come back on until you start driving 100 miles, 50 miles. They don't come on right away. So they try to hide that while you're test driving the car. So definitely check that, because then you can see if somebody resetted these settings. And that's a quick little YouTube tutorial that you guys can go check out. You know, if you guys go ahead and go purchase cars and see this. So, but yeah, no, it's just a beautiful day today. It looks like this whole week is going to be 100+ degrees and super hot, super hot.